Hello and welcome to another episode of Micks Mowers, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at the two little mowers that come in as part of a job lot. They're pretty tatty in places, bit of paint flaking off here and there, but these mowers were very cheap, and hopefully I can turn them around very quickly and get them in and out as a cheap mower. I don't see the sense in spraying all the decks up because around where I live people don't really appreciate fully the work that goes into these mowers. All they want to do is to cut the grass, so the price will reflect that. Hopefully I can get these mowers up and running and turn them for a pretty little penny. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's check out these two little job lot mowers. Right, and here they are. This is the first one, and this is the one I said the gentleman was disabled and he had no arms at all. It has got some serious paint flaking issues going on, but I should just try and tidy it up where I can, and it'll be listed as paint flaking, so that's just what it is. But the decks are solid, so that's good. Let's just start by having a sneaky peek inside to see what we can see. Air filter is your typical old air filter. It's got all the governor springs in place. The air breather elbow is half hanging off, and as you can see, this is where the gentleman tried to erudite. Let me try and get that off so you get a better view of it. Might be a bit easier for you to see. That might just come off now actually. Yeah. So the governor spring is not on correctly, and this little governor arm clip is actually ran the wrong way. It surprised me how he actually managed to even get that on with just his foot. But there you go, these amazing people, what they can overcome with having a disability, without a doubt. Oh, that's better. Let's take all that off. So this spring actually goes around this way, not the way he had it, and then we've got this little tiny governor spring, which has got a bit of a break to it. I should better bend that round and hook him back on like that. That just wants tweaking round. It's just ran the wrong way. Let me just fold that over. That's it, and then that will then go around like that. So that sits on there, but as you can see on this fuel tank, there's part of it on the lawnmower, and the other part of the tank's actually sheared. So I'm going to take the carburetor off and then find a replacement tank to fit that. Let's just start by removing the carburetor. Just 5 bolts, 5 small bolts. That should then lift up. It does. Put that to one side, because that'll be a keeper. Let's have a look at a gasket diaphragm. It's not too bad. I don't think it's going to come off of here. I have got some other ones. Let's have a look. No, it's got a belly to it, so I'm not going to be using that. That'll be going for Burton, as will that. I should keep that and probably take the sticker off as well, because the stickers can be stuck onto other tanks as well. Once they're cleaned up, I can go onto another tank. Right, let me find a donor tank. Okay, so as it goes, I actually have a tank and carburetor assembly. So first thing I want to do, just want to put some fuel in here very quickly, just to see if it does prime, or there's a bit of crud in there. Let me take this carburetor off. No, first of all, let's literally put some fuel in there and see if it'll prime. Only because I can't remember what this tank come off originally. It may have been a good tank. Let's put a bit of fuel in there. I should be getting it to swill out anyway, just to make sure it's clean. I just want to see if this does actually prime. It's missing a screw. that's not priming at all. So that'll be a new primer bulb required. So let me now take this one off and put the other carburetor on that one. Yeah, this gasket diaphragm's had it anyway, and there's no way on earth that was going to prime. Look at the stuff in there, absolutely filthy. So this will be our donor tank once I get it all up and running. The gasket's gone anyway. I get it all cleaned up, and then we come back. Look at that! Look, no way. Okay, so give us 2 minutes. Okay, so all I'm doing literally is with my dental picks, just getting right down inside here, and just literally agitating all of this corrosion that's in here, just to try and get all the worst of this stuff out. Once it's all loosened up, the air compressor will finish that off. Bit of that, bit of a jet blast. Let's have a look inside there now. Yeah, much better. Still a few more bits in here to get out. It's really in there. If you're getting that. We need to get right inside all these corners. It's all corrosion. It'll take me a little while to get through this. Once it's all clean, I'll come back. Okay, I think I've got that about as clean as I'm going to get it. So this would have come off another lawnmower a couple of years ago. So it hasn't seen the light of day for quite a while. But the tank is not rotten in any way, shape or form. It's good inside. Let's get a gasket diaphragm on top of it. And what carburetor did we have? We had wasn't that one, it was this one here. So as you can see, oh no, that's the one that must have come off. Yeah. So that's one that had all the corrosion, that's why it didn't suck up. So that's that one. So this is our carburetor to have. Wants a bit of a clean out, a bit of a tidy up, but it should all work hopefully. I'll get a bit of a clean as well. I don't think it want a great deal. But just a good spruce no matter which way. There are videos I've done already on YouTube of how to do these, so if you don't want to watch this, I'm not going to go into great detail with it. There's a link up the top right hand side now, and you can find out how to clean the carburetors and gasket diaphragms and all this sort of stuff. So rather than boring you with the same film, I'll do this off camera. Okay, so that's the carburetor now cleaned out. I'm going to be using one of these new gasket diaphragm sets that I picked up off of the on sale markets. These are WGM diaphragm for Briggs and Strattons. I've not used them before, so give them a bit of a go. What we got here? 3 holes that way. Goes that way, goes like that. Diaphragm on first, followed by the gasket. That'll sit on top to serve for now. Just want to find something a little bit weighty just to hold it. Bring in the carburetor. I've cleaned the main jet out as well. That's had a clean. Just got to fit that back inside. Just got to go past that little tiny plastic, like a little tiny collar, and it goes one way. And no doubt it's going to hold me up. There it is there. Give it a push in. The metal gauze that goes on top of the carburetor wants a bit of a blow, let's pick some debris up. That's better. It goes on top, just there. We want a little tiny spring, will be handy. It goes in there. Take that off now. Line it all up. Shoot your carburetor in. Don't worry about lining it all up for now. It'll all become apparent in a minute. Sit there on top. Just start to work in your 5 screws. Gently at first, just to get all the holes all lined up and where they need to be. There's one. once you get them all lined up, zip them up and go from there. Right, that's the carburettor now back on. On the back of this pipe just down here, you'll see there's a little tiny O-ring and a little white collar. Whoop, they got to come off. And they go on the back side of that carburettor in there. O-ring in first and the white collar on top. Push it into it, goes click. And that's now ready to be assembled. I need to find myself a 13mm bolt. That seems very, very loose. I don't think it's going much more than that. That might have to be where it goes. It does seem very loose. So fit your elbow clip on first, and then your linkage attachment, which is now run around the right way. Better. I'm not happy with that that breather pipe. That seems to be very loose. So let me just swap in a 13mm for a 3/8. Something just not quite right there. So rather than just leave it, let's investigate it. That's not the right size bolt. The right bolt on the back of that either. That's a homemade jobby. Let's have a little look. Just around the back here is a pipe goes all the way through. That's all it does. And it just doesn't seem to be sitting right. That's tight there, but sitting down. A pair of pliers on it, see if I can give it an extra turn, but I don't think it will let me. No, it won't. Okay, that's where it needs to be. I'll try and get as close as tight as I can, but that's where it is. Okay, I'll just boss off whilst we're here. Right, so that's that done. Where are we? I want to put this tank assembly on. Let's put on my linkage first. Over the O-ring, over the manifold, sorry. Watch that little plastic assembly come off the back. It's got to go on properly. It's a bit sloppy actually. Right, so in one movement, get it on the little rubber elbow and on top of the card. That all goes in together. I want to get this little tiny bracket into position. I found another 13mm bolt to accommodate our needs. That's the right one for it. Just got to knock out this this bolt that come off the back because it wasn't original 10mm bolt or 3/8, sorry. Let's put a 3/8 in. That's in. That's that tank assembly now on as it should be. That's all working as it should. Looks a little bit restricted. That should be fine. Okay. Pull cord assembly back on. Let's just check the condition of the pull cord. Yeah, it's quite new. That all goes on. What have we got here? .3/8 there. Mrs. P has come out to say hello. Hello, Mrs. P. Hello. What are you up to? You all right? Good girl. What have you been doing? Tidying?
Yep.
Yeah. Good. Mrs. P been busy doing housework. That's what we like to see. What's next? Got to put the other two 3/8 on. There she goes, look, my lovely little wife, my little stunner. Punching way above my weight there, lads. Oh, another little 3/8 bolt. This one was around the front, so that's the wrong one. That goes around the back. That one goes up in there. That holds an exhaust guard on. Oh, another little 10mm bolt. And that's the one he had in it, so that's the wrong one. So just going to find a little 10mm bolt to put that in. I don't know if I've got a spare one in my box of goodies. No 10mm bolt, but oh, is that one? No. We're going to find a quick 10mm bolt and I'll come straight back. Right, I've got one. Proper Briggs 10. Goes on there. Let's slap a bit of juice in there to see if that carburettor will now prime. If not, I'll put a new primer bulb in. Bit of juice. Not priming. Put the lid on. Just put a bit of fuel down the top, put a bit of WD-40 down there just to get it nice and wet. No, it's not priming at all. So we'll try a new primer bulb. Got some new ones of those. See, the primer bulb might be split, so let me get a screwdriver in here, either side, to prime this out. Okay, so to remove this primer bulb, it's a little tiny tab. It's a question of just putting it in the sides and just working it out either side. Perhaps I should have done this with a tank off, would have been easier. But there's two little tiny tabs just here. You just got to work at them just to start to bring them out either side. Get behind it, and they just start to release themselves. There goes one, and there's one here, this side. If you're picking that up, are you? Let me try and get a bit closer if I can. It's a bit difficult, I need to get in here too. So just on the inside, just give it a bit of a poke out. And it'll just start to work its way loose. There it goes. Yeah, there it goes. So that's that come out. Okay, and just a little test to see if it is sucking, if it is holding. Put it on there, and it actually is. There's actually nothing wrong with that primer bulb. However, I'll chop it out just because it's calling me a liar. And there's a few jets in here. Just want to clean out whilst I'm here. And then just to reinsert the new primer bulb. Yep. What we do is just make sure we line up the tabs correctly and get a socket, which I don't know which size it is. It's too small. It's too small again. 18mm should do it. Line them up and push it all the way home. You must get a bit of a twist. Get your screwdriver in just to bring the tabs down into place ever so slightly. But it's got to be in the right area, otherwise it won't seal. So that's not in the right area. You see it's not. I'm going to take it back out very slightly. And that one's actually caught. This one hasn't. Go very careful because you don't want to upset the new primer bulb. I know my hands are right in the way, I appreciate that, but I need to get in here. I think that's got him, he says. Put a screwdriver down the side of it here. Try not to get hold of the primer bulb itself. There it goes. Just go very careful. That one's got it. And again, that's not priming. So that carburettor has probably had it. Not priming at all. So that's weird. So I need to find another donor carburettor. Okay, so I just found another quick donor carburettor inside the shed, and that one is priming. So I have a problem with this carburettor somewhere. Not quite sure what's up with that yet. It's had a new primer bulb, it's been cleaned, diaphragm gasket, all on, and it just doesn't want to know. Really strange. But that'll be another project. I'll look into that a bit later on. So for now, this one is priming. Let's get the new air filter inside here, because that one's no good. That can go for a Burton. So grab a quick air filter, that can go on top. Okey doke. It goes in there. That ran away. In there, on there. That's all hooked up as it should be. Yeah. I haven't even tested this, see if this engine runs yet, so it even fires. So it may be for nothing, this one. We shall see. Right, that's that. Let's have a quick slurp of my old coffee. Let's go around the other side and check the oil. Okay, let's have a little look. See what we're dealing with. I've got some black spray ordered to cover these up, just to give them a bit of a better coat. So there's a little bit of oil in there, not a lot. I'll extract what's out of there and put new oil in top. Right, it just wants a smidgen more. We're nearly up to the full mark. That should be more than enough. Good thing with Briggs is as soon as the oil's in, you can test it straight away. It's such a big hole. Yep, bang on where it needs to be. Right, that's that done. Just want to check the blade to see what the blade looks like before we even attempt to fire it up. Right, let's have a little look. Okay, the blade is not on secure and it could do a tighten up, so I'll get on and do that. It's not sitting square on the boss. Let me just whip the blade off, give it a sharpen and then reinstall it. Okay, so my little DeWalt gun will not move that, so I need to get out my big gun. Okay, let's see if my big gun can shift it, because the little one, the DeWalt wouldn't touch it. Into reverse, let's try this. Get on nice and square. Yeah. So that's just proving its worth. The DeWalt's good, but it wouldn't undo that. I don't want to ruin my DeWalt gun. So super happy I purchased that little gun. Otherwise I would have been stuck. So this hasn't got any pins on it either, but they've not been knocked off. There's no pins there. Weird. Mind you, it's a 2003 model, so it may have happened before then. So let's have a look at the blade. As you can see, the blade is defunct. So let's put an edge on there and I'll come back. Right, where's my blade balancer? Let's see how that goes. I haven't pre-tested this. That's about bang on, I'd say. No, it's a little bit heavy this end. It's just slightly tipped over, but it's on straight, which it is. So what's a bit more meat off the bone on this side to lift that up, to bring it in straight. So give us 2 seconds. Alright, let's try that. Get it on there nice and central. Still showing heavy that one side, I think. Yeah, still heavy one side. Bit more. It's inside the workshop. It is actually level, so I'm happy. I think the wind had a factor on that, and also the angle of my table. The angle of my table is not exactly spirited right up, but that's good enough for me. Okay, so just to want to refit this. This has got a centre collar on the boss itself to sit it up centrally. To do it like so, get it started so they don't fall off. As I say, this hasn't got any pins on it or even showing any remnants of it. So let's get it centralised where it needs to be. It's going to be about there, and then whip it up with my old air gun. Forwards. And that's on. Just want to clear these off here, all this old stuff here. Just scrape that off because that's solid grass. That's good. Right, let's try and get her fired up. Okay, so I'm actually out of new spark plugs. Of the NGK variety, so I need to order some more up. You soon go through them. Let's just check the condition of this one. It is old. I'll give it a bit of a clean up, but when it goes to sale, we'll have a new plug put in it. Right, so I'll give it a bit of a clean up. Best I can do for now. It won't be sold with an old plug in it, but it'll have a new one. Corrosion in there. Just want to tidy that corrosion up inside there as well, just to give it half a fighting chance. Right, let's see how this one gets on. I literally just cleaned the HT lead up inside because it was a bit corroded, but I will be putting a new spark plug in as just said, just to make sure that when it does go for sale, it'll have all full service as described. Right, let's give it a couple of pulls and see what happens. Bring that up here where it belongs. Gentle pulse just to get the oil running through. Right, here we go. Fired. Let's encourage some more fuel through. I didn't do the gasket and diaphragm on this carb, it's just one I had in my shed. That may be knackered as it is. So I'm going to do the gasket and diaphragm, so I should take the gasket and diaphragm off of the other carburetor that I've recently installed and put onto this one. Okay, so all I've done literally is just put the diaphragm and gasket off of the other carburetor that wasn't working, put it on this other carb, and that is working as it was, so it is priming, so that carburetor is actually false by the looks of it. So just a straight swap, just give it 3 pumps and see what happens. I dare say it needs a new plug. Let me just find a new plug out of one of the other mowers and do a straight swap. Okay, all I've done literally is just put in a new spark plug off of that blue one, just to try that, and then if that's the case, then it just wants a new plug. Yeah, that's running better. It just wants a bit of a tune off of the governor springs. I've got a feeling one of the governor springs is a little bit slack. So that'll be up and running, and all the drive will work. So that's another mower up and running. Fantastic. And just in the nick of time too. Rain stops play. Okay, so I got a bit wet then. I've got to get all my tools in quick sharp. And I don't like to get any of my tools rusty or dirty, because I can't afford to replace them, number one, and number two, they don't perform as well when they're knackered. So whilst it's now raining, I'm going to spend the next sort of hour just in my shed potting around. I need to have a proper sort out. My toolbox is overflowing. Everything does have a place, but at the moment, because it's busy mower repair season for me, I'm just literally grabbing tools where I can and getting them working. Anyway, that was quite good. So out of 2 videos in the space of about 45 minutes, I've managed to get 1, 2, 3 lawnmowers up and running, which were just sitting in the garden not doing a lot, and I really needed to get them up and running. So all in all, quite a productive sort of morning. Also in between that, what you guys didn't see was a man come in and bought that little turquoise mower off of me, which is quite cool. That mower I did a complete heart transplant on. I had a spare base, an engine going spare. I put it all together and made one good one. So that actually cost me nothing to put together. So that one was a clear profit, which is very nice indeed. And they come all the way from Fareham way, other side of Pompey. So they came quite a way down towards me to get that done. So that's good. All of the stickers for the Let's Get Down and Dirty have now been posted, apart from one of my subscribers who has not sent me their email. Their handle was the numbers 1 to 10. So if that is you, please send me your address, because I can't send a sticker out unless you do. But everybody else who won that competition, they've been posted today, which is Monday. Sorry for a delay, but I have been very, very busy. Also, I've had root canal done on my tooth, which was particularly painful, and it did lay me up for a day or two because I've been on antibiotics and all that sort of horrible stuff. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I did. It's quite nice just to have a bit of a pottering day. Let us know about that carburetor, because I've not come across them before where they just don't prime. It had a new gasket diaphragm, the tank was clean, the jet was clean, new primer bulb, all that sort of stuff, but it's just not priming at all. It may be what I call in the professional term defunct, but I don't want to throw it out purely because I don't throw anything out, but it may be a quick little fix. Maybe someone's got the answer for me in the comment below. That'd be good. So that wraps up our video for today. You were very lucky. You had 3 videos yesterday, which is quite cool. 2 today. So hopefully I'm fulfilling my contract obligations with you guys and keeping you all up to date with what's going on. The next video will possibly be this FS38, although I'm waiting for a part. In fact, I've had something come through the post today. Literally. Yeah, the mother-in-law come flying out the door. Said you got something. Let's have a little open up. The knife, here it is. See, Roy, I knew where it was. I knew where it was before I even started looking for it. So it is all organised chaos. Let's just see what's in here, because I don't actually rightfully know. It may be not a lot. What we got? Ah, cool. These are, well, not cool, these are what I need. You know that little Hater 41 with the height adjustment problem and the cable issue? But these are assortments of washers which I've been waiting on. Took a while to get here actually. So these ones are like the little circlip washers. I need to find a little tub for these. I'll show you a big one so you can see it up close. So they're rounded off one end, they're domed, and on the inside you've got like a little star clip inside there. You see? And they will fit on, as long as I've got the right, I've got an assortment of sizes. These are cheap, these are like sort of £2 or £3. Assortment of sizes, it's probably going to be that one there, I dare say. That fits on the end of the height adjustment bar. Either that or you've got to drill it, put a washer and a copper split pin behind it. So I just thought I'd pick them up. I'll put them in with my spark plugs for now. I've got a plethora of coffee jars in the kitchen, which is absolutely doing my wife's head in. So I should bring them into the shed whilst I'm pottering around and put them into there. So I can now get on with that one, although I don't have a cable for it. So I'm hoping the cable is okay to come unattached from somewhere, but that would be another project. So it'll either be FS38 with a new carburetor that's coming, which I got for $7.99 with everything, all the fuel hoses of the lot. It could be the Hater 41, or it could be that other little Sovereign, which come in as part of a job lot. That needs a new bottom end handle as well. It also needs a new tank and carburetor assembly and probably governor springs and bits and pieces, but that one's pretty much there, it just wants a few bits and pieces added to it. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Micks Mowers. I hope you all have a fantastic day, because I do when I'm out in my shed. And I should catch you on my next episode. As I say, it'd be a strimmer or a mower, or it could be something else that comes in. But all in all, I'm happy if you're happy. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you wish to do so. More importantly, the comments. I like chatting to people, so if you've got a comment, if you've got a niggle about what I'm doing, then let's have it, you know. Let's discuss it, get it out in the open and get it sorted. If not, just leave a nice little comment down below. On top of that, if you'd like to send little Riley boy a sticker, we've got our 2 up now. So if you have a sticker for your channel and you wish to send one over for little Riley boy, as I keep saying, he would really appreciate getting a little package from somebody with a sticker in it. He gets really excited about that sort of stuff. So if you have got a sticker for your channel or something similar, it doesn't have to be lawnmower orientated, it can be absolutely anything. A little tiny sticker just to say you've been here and to a farming festival or strimmer festival or a steel main dealer or whatever. I'm not plugging them, but whoever. If you've got a little tiny sticker at home and you've got no use for it, Riley would really love that. So I'll leave my email below, and just give me an email, send me your address, and then Riley boy could have his very own sticker, and that keeps him really interested, and that's what I get most of my enjoyment out of, making sure my little Riley boy is the happiest that he can be. So thank you very much. I'm now starting to waffle, which means it's now time to go. So thank you very much for watching this episode of Micks Mowers, and I'll catch you on my next one. Check you later.